Greetings friends. Hi YouTube. Every tutorial for this add-on is way too complicated and way too long. And I had need for this add-on a few days ago, so I had to learn how to use it. And I'm making this tutorial, if nobody watches it, and nobody cares, at least I can know in the future how to set up everything in this add-on. What I'm going to show is how to use this add-on to craft. The add-on is going to find the materials from you. What it's going to tell you if you have them in an alt character. If that character has the materials in your bank, in your mail, it's going to tell you where to find the materials for whatever you want to craft. The add-on is going to mail the materials for you. The add-on is going to find the materials in the action house for you if you have to buy them. The add-on is going to craft the materials, the add-on is going to craft whatever you want to craft, and in the end, the add-on is actually also going to sell the excess materials you don't want. Everything is going to be done. So, first thing first, you install the add-on with all the modules, just install everything. After you install all the modules, the operations, actioning, crafting, accounting, destroying, mailing, you have two options. You either install the desktop app, which they have, you just have to log in their website, and then you install the desktop app so you get the prices from your server, or option 2, which is the one I'm using, go to the action house and run a full scan. You go auctioning, run full scan, takes 5 to 10 minutes, and you're done. And we are done. Second, you're going to open your professions on each character. You're going to log on each one of your characters and your alt characters. You open your professions. It's going to ask you, would you like to create automatic groups? Yes. In this tutorial, we are going to do everything automatically. We are not going to set up our own rules. No, we are going to allow the add-on to do everything for us. Everything. Would you like to create automatic groups? Yes. I'm going to click every single time yes. Log on in each one of your characters and click yes, create automatic groups. That's it. Done. We are done. Next character. You do this with each one of your characters. I'm going to do it with only 2 characters to keep this video short because loading screens and stuff. So I recommend you to do it in all characters, and that's all you have to do. Log in your character, open your professions. This is another engineer. It doesn't matter. Open, yes. Open, yes. And do this for each one of your characters. Let's do it for another one. Just to make sure I have all the materials I need. I have, yes. Well, I'm not gonna explain why I have duplicated professions and duplicated 2 knights and 2 rocks and stuff. That's for another video. In this case, I'm explaining trade skill master. So again, you open your characters, you open your professions, and that's it. Now, time to craft stuff. My demon hunter is leveling enchanting and engineering. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to craft something that will allow my demon hunter to at least get a skill point. Now, mind you, I am playing right now my Death Knight. This Death Knight is a blacksmith and a jewel crafter. Obviously, I cannot craft engineering stuff in this character, but let's just say you're in your character. As long as your alts can craft whatever you need, the add-on will do it for you. So, you open the add-on, I'm going to crafting, and I'm going to craft gear spring parts. Gear. Oops. Gear spring parts, there we go. So, just search whatever you want. You don't even have to search, you can just go to your professions. Remember when I went into each character and opened the profession and the add-on asked, would you like to create an automatic group? And then you go to groups, and there are your groups in professions. Every profession that you log in and you say yes, create new group, the add-on does it for you automatically. You don't have to do anything. So you can do it from here. You can craft from here. But we are going to crafting screen. Now I'm going to make gear spring parts because making gear spring parts in my Demon Hunter will give me a skill point. So I can only make, because there is a cooldown, you can only make one, you can make it once a day. So I'm going to make one gear spring parts. There we go, and it's done. Now we open again, or it doesn't matter. See, I'm going to create engineering parts, but I'm going to open the jewel crafting option in this character. Doesn't matter, really. So you click here, show the queue, because that's what shows you what you want to craft. If I wanted to craft something else, let's say this right here, bright AI goggles, I will just click here and it will show over here in the queue. If I wanted to click core marksman rifle, I will click it once, 2, 3, or how many, whatever the number you want to craft, and it will show here in the queue. Right now all I'm making is gear spring parts times 1 for this tutorial, and that's it. So there is the queue. We are going to gather the items. So you click gather, and the add-on is going to tell you where to get them. So in which character first crafter? Because I have two characters that can make the gear spring parts, it will give you the option to select in which character you want to craft these parts. In this case, I want to craft them in my Demon Hunter, which is this one, and then start gathering. That's it. Another window opens. You can close the original window, by the way, the profession window, and keep the gathering. Now, this is telling me that I need black rock ore 15, and I need true iron ore 15. Where am I going to get them? Well, I have several options. I can retrieve 15 from one of my rocks. I can retrieve them from my second rock, or I can retrieve them from one of my Decknights. About the true iron ore, I can retrieve that from my rock or from one of my Decknights. It doesn't matter which one. So you have to log on in those characters. In this case, I'm going to log into the Decknight and retrieve the materials. So yes, let's go into the Decknight the way the add-on is asking me to. And let's retrieve the materials. Oops, I wasn't that one. Okay, let's go into the rock. Never mind. I was already in the Decknight. I was supposed to retrieve the materials from I log off for no reason, but it doesn't matter. So I'm supposed to retrieve from the other, yes, this character. Retrieve from this character. So if you have them in your bags, it's gonna tell you retrieve from this character, mail to. You don't even have to do it, the add-on will do it for you. Where is the mailbox? Where is the mailbox? Where is the mailbox? I don't see it. The stream window, go away. I will explain the stream window in a few more minutes. There's the mailbox. So you open the mailbox, and the moment you open the mailbox, look at this. You get a new button here. Let me close it. See how it changed? This is the gathering window. It's telling me gather items. The moment you open the mailbox, if you have the items in the bags, it will say mail items. So yes, mail the items. And we are done. If you don't have the items in your bags, in your inventory, let's say you have them in the bank, same thing. You will go to the bank, you open the bank window, and this window is going to change to retrieve items. You click it once, and the add-on is going to get the items from the bank, place them in your bags, then you can go to the mailbox, and then you click send items. Done and done. So that's it. Now, second option is visit the mailbox. Even it tells you where to go. Visit the mailbox and retrieve the materials so I can craft the spring parts. Oops, let me go into the inn so I can log off faster. Let's go in the inn so we can log off faster. Log out. Yes. I'm going to need command. Yes. So back to the Demon Hunter, the one I'm gonna use to craft the gear spring parts to get to show in this tutorial how it's done, and second to get a skill point in engineering. So the window is still open every time you log. As long as you're gathering, the window will always be open for whatever character you log on. So it's telling me visit the mailbox. Okay, let's do that. Visit the mailbox. Oops, let me move that window again. Hey, look, it's telling me gather the items. Click. Up. Open our mail first. And why did that close? Because that was only the gather window. I have all the materials I needed, so now we craft. Oops, that's another. Crafting window again. Professions. Engineering. And look, it changed. The crafting queue is now green. It's green because I now have all the materials I need in this character. You just click require sample. No problem. Let's go to 1. And there we go. And done. And that's how you craft. And you can craft anything from this add-on as long as you have an alp that can craft the materials, obviously. Let's say I wanna craft let's see something, whatever. Flashing serpent eye. I will click this 5 times. Let's say I wanna craft five of them, and that's it. I've got 5 in there. I close that one. I open the window, the crafting window, and there is the queue. And now I have, they are in red because first, this character cannot craft them. Second, I don't have the materials in this character, so I will have to go gather items, and it's gonna tell me how same process again. So that's crafting, and automatic mail for materials that you are gathering to craft stuff. But now let's say I have too much stuff that I want to get rid of. I don't want all this crap that I got. So this is an enchanter, and I don't have much stuff here actually, but it's gonna be the same for every profession. Now we are going to use the action house. How to set up the action house? The fastest way to set it up. So we open the 3D Skill Master again, go into groups, and go into professions. Remind you, professions were created automatically when the add-on asked at the beginning, would you like to create a group? And I said, yes, create a group. So what do I want to sell? I want to sell all my enchanted materials, only enchanted materials, or I want to sell my engineering. Either you have crafts, which is the things you make, or the materials. You're crafting, you want to sell your crafts or the materials. In this case, this is my enchanter. I want to sell enchanted materials from this character. So I'm going to sell materials, but there is a problem. If I want to sell, let's say, dust, I like to sell those in stacks of 20, and I like to sell my temporary crystals in stacks of 1. So I need 2 different rules for. I need a rule for dust, and I need an action hard ruling for crystals. I'm going to. So that's what we're going to do. So enchanting, I'm going to make 2 more groups. 1 for dust, 1 for crystals. So I'm going into management. As I have selected materials from the enchanted window, go into management, and I'm going to make new subgroup. And this is gonna be, I'm going to name it. You can name it whatever you want. Enchanting dust. And back to materials management, going to make another group. It's going to be I'm going to name it enchanting crystals. Okay. Oops, I did not create it. There we go. Now, in my group professions, in enchanting, in materials, I have enchanting crystals and dust. And all the items that were in enchanting are now available there, so I had to move whatever I want each group to contain. In this case, enchanting crystals, I'm going to have the abyss crystals, click add. I'm going to do one or two crystals just for this tutorial to be really fast. The other is gonna be temporary crystal. Let me find the temporary crystal here somewhere. What is it? What is it? Temporary volatile. It should be here. RRST. There we go. Adding temporary crystals. You're gonna have to go through all your materials to see what you want to add to this ruling. Just to make this fast, that's all I'm going to do. Abyss crystal, temporary crystal. Now for dust, and for dust I'm going to add only the Daedric dust. Oh come on, I don't have time for PvP right now. I mean, combat. So I'm going to add the Daedric dust, and I'm going to add the Dream dust. You can add whatever you want. You can even sell your Shack crystals here or stack flasks, whatever. You add whatever you want, but that's what I'm going to add. That's it. Now, this is how you set up what is in each group. Now, how are you gonna sell this stuff? You have to tell the add-on which stacks you want to sell of each thing. So the crystals, I'm going to sell them in stacks of 1, and I'm going to place up to 5 stacks. Dust, I'm going to sell dust in stacks of 20 and up to 5 stacks. I don't want to sell too many stacks. So we're going to enchanting, and I'm going to click. You have options here in green: auctioning, crafting, mailing, shopping, and warehousing. This is everything you can do with this group. And each group, as you create them, they will all have these options. In this case, because I want to sell in the auction house, auctioning override module, I'm going to create new operation because I don't have it. And I'm going to name this one. What was this one? I forgot. Okay, enchanting crystals. Yes. I'm going to sell enchanting crystals by 1 at a time. Yeah, seriously, nobody buys temporary crystals in big groups. So enchanting crystals, create a group. And this is gonna be sell. You can name it whatever you want. I name it this just for me to remember. Sell crystals, 5 stacks. No, yeah, 5 stacks by 1 crystal each stack. And I'm going to change the tab to post. In the main tab, it will ask you, would you like to make this add this operation? Yes, add this. The add-on will save you the time, so you don't have to do it yourself. The add-on does it for you. The tab that I select at the beginning, it will tell you which tab will open by default. In this case, post. So this is how you set up your rulings, your role for this add-on. So I'm going to sell crystals in actions of 24 hours. I'm going to sell as post cap 5 actions. I don't want to sell more than 5 crystals at a time. Every time I go to the auction house, I'm going to sell 5 and that's it. Stacks of 1. Keep quantity. I don't care how many I keep. So you can set up. I want to keep 5 in my bags at all the time. That's it. Max expires. Let's say your crystals never sell. Expires once, expires twice, expires this, and never sell. So if I can set up this like after this action expires 5 times, don't sell it again. So I can review the action, but I'm not going to change that. I'm going to allow people to place a bid of 90% of the price. Now here you can set your own price. First I'm going to set the for undercut. This is when I buy. You can buy and sell crystals. So if I'm going to sell crystals in this case, I'm going to undercut my competition by 50 silvers. There we go. Now I can set a price, a fixed price for all crystals. And remind you, this is for all crystals. But not all crystals cost the same. If you want to sell this, if you want to set up this rule only for temporary crystals, then yeah, you can set your own price. But let's say I want to set prices for different crystals which have different prices. Okay, in this case, minimum price, meaning there will be a market price for crystals. Let's say the market price for temporary crystals is 100 gold. Okay, so the minimum price I'm going to sell my crystal is going to be, let's say, 85% of whatever market price is. So 85% DB market, that means from the market price. So if the market price today, when I go into the auction house, is 100 gold, and somebody is selling crystals for 90 gold, I will undercut that person and sell my crystals for 50 silver less. Now, if the market price is 100 gold, but somebody is selling crystals at 50 gold, that is below my minimum price. So I will not post actions. You can set up what you want. In my case, I will not post the items if there is somebody selling way below the market price. Maximum price. Sometimes people post incredibly high prices, ridiculously high prices. So when that happens, I'm not gonna post them again. If the maximum price is 100, let's make it 160% of the market. Okay. If the maximum price is too high, let's say somebody is trying to inflate the prices, manipulate the price, the market, I will not post the items either. And the normal price is going to be 100% of the market, which is the actual price. And we're done. Done with that one. Now the second one, which is dust, enchanting dust. Again, making a rule first. Click enchanting dust, ruling that I just made. Management, no, operations. Override, create new, and I'm gonna sell dust. I'm going to sell 5 stacks by 20. This doesn't mean what it's going to do. You can name this whatever you want. This is just for me to remember what is this operation, what this operation will actually do. Click OK. Would you like to add this new operation to professional enchanted materials? Yes. So I let the add-on do everything for me. Just let the add-on do it for me. So again, maximum of 5 stacks. I don't want to post more than 5. And the stack size for those, I'm going to sell this dose for 20. If there is a dose that I want to sell in stacks of 200, then I make another operation and sell it to 200. In this case, this one is going to be 20. I don't care how many I keep. I don't care when it expires. I'm going to allow 90% bid to buy, and I'm going to undercut my competition again by 50 silver. How am I going to sell my DOS? I'm willing to sell the DOS as low as 75% of the market. I will not sell the DOS if somebody is manipulating the prices and is gone over 200% of the market, DB market. And the normal price is gonna be whatever the market price is, which is 100%. Space, market. Oh, okay. Don't pause. If the price is too high, don't pause. And I'm done. Now, open the auction house.
Yeah? What do you want?
Auctioning. The first time the add-on opens, is gonna give you this suggestion. Just click the eye in the corner. And there we go. Those are the operations I just created. I created an operation for enchanting crystals, which only is going to sell the temporary crystals because I didn't add the other materials. And enchanting dust will only sell the Daedric dust because I didn't add all the other dust. So start post scan is going to do a scan for me. It's going to check the competition. It's going to tell me not selling this because the price is too low. Not selling this because you have too many. So in this case, temporary crystal. Under current competition, I'm going to sell a temporary crystal which is sold by a seller Dales. So yeah, post that one. Now, the next one, Daedric Dust. Cheapest auction below minimum price. Somebody's selling, you click, yeah. Daedric Dust. I was not willing to go too low in the price. The market price is 1 gold, 21 silver. And somebody's selling it way cheaper. So as we can see, people are selling it at 1 gold and 15 silver. But let's say, you know what, I changed my mind. I actually want to sell it. He's selling, it tells you at how low he's going on market price. This person right here is selling a 66% market price. Okay, let's undercut that. So back to trade skill master, groups, enchanting mats, enchanting dust, my operations. So I'm selling my dust. View operation options, so that way you don't have to find, you can find all your operations here in operations in action, but that's a little bit too complicated. Maybe in my opinion it's easy just to go into the groups and go into the profession you want to manage. I manage this add-on by profession, so I want to manage my blacksmith materials and blacksmith crafts. In this case I'm doing enchanting and dust, so I go to groups, professions, enchanting dust, operation, and then view the operation options. So instead of me finding the operation over here in operations, I just go into the group and let the group show me which operation I am using for that specific item. So that person was selling those at 66% market. Okay, I'm going down because I want to sell some. I'm going as low as 65% of the market price. And that's as low as I'm going today. Open the auction house again. Auction. Auctioning. Start posting. There we go. Under current competition. Now I'm selling because I went up 1% below the other person who was selling. So I'm going to click post. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's it. The add-on just... Oh, well, I had more actions than I had before. And that's it. The add-on posted all my stuff and my materials. Simple as that. But the add-on can do more than that. Since this is my enchanter, let's say I want to have... I want all my alts, all my other characters to send all these enchantable items to that one character. And also I want all my other characters to send any enchanted materials to that one character. Especially dust, all the dust and all the crystals. I don't have disenchantable materials. I don't think I have any disenchantables in this character.
Yeah, what do you want?
Do I? No, I don't. But I have enchanted materials in my rock. So let's visit the rock. Is that one? Yeah, that's the rock. So okay, that covers crafting. The add-on finding materials for you. The add-on tell you in which alt you have the materials, how to gather. The add-on retrieves everything from you, whatever is from the bank or from the action house. Now, destroying. I'm going to cover destroying. This open destroyer open for this character, but for this character only. Why? Because this character is an enchanter and can disenchant stuff. And there is an item that I can disenchant in my bags. But I'd rather disenchant that in my... I'm gonna show that on my Demon Hunter because that's the one who is leveling enchanting. So we are going to open mail. Oops. No. Quick. Other. Going to other. Mail disenchantables. I'm going to send all disenchantables to... That's the name of my Demon Hunter? Make sure you write the name right, or else I forgot the name of my Demon Hunter. Yes, that's the name. Make sure to write the names correctly, or else you're going to send everyone to some lucky bastages who are going to get all your stuff. So make sure you write the name correctly. Come on, where's the mailbox? Other. Send this enchantable stone. In this case, that's my Demon Hunter. If I want to sell gold, you can do that. But in this case, I don't want to sell gold. And that's it. Other. Now we are going to. I also going to mail the my other enchanting materials from this character, which I have a lot of enchanting materials in this character. So how can I do it automatically instead of going every single time? Because that Demon Hunter, since he's level in enchanting, it would be nice if every time I just send all my enchanting materials to that character. So let me find some more enchanting materials to mail to that character, and we are going to set it up automatic, so it's going to be sent every single time. I don't have anything here except for a few things, dust and stuff. So open the add-on again. So because I want to do enchanting materials again, I go to groups, enchanting materials, and I want to sell the I'm going to send the same group I already created before, which I'm sending in stacks of 20. Do I have anything? Yeah. It's the same one we already created. These groups, the add-on actually made them for me. I don't have to make them. And I already set up the action house for the groups. Now I'm going to set up mailing for the same groups. So back to operations. Going to click crafting like that. Mailing, override, create new operations, and it's going to be mail dust to my Demon Hunter. You can name it whatever you want again. Would you like to make this automatic? Yes. Now make sure to write the name correctly. It gives me a suggestion. Be careful with those suggestions because I don't know who that is. It's probably some person in my friends list. And okay. Now I want to keep stuff in me. I don't want to send everything. I will want to keep. I'm sending dust. How much dust do I want to keep? At least 20 dust on me. I don't want to send it all. And I'm gonna have to make another operation for the crystals. So that's mailing. Yeah, and done. If I click Trade Skill Master, select groups, mail selected groups. There goes the dust. Just like that. It sent all the dust and allow me to keep 20. That's as much as I want to keep in my inventory. Now I'm going to set up to automatically send the crystals, the temporary crystals. Again, open the group, back to groups, in this case enchanting materials, enchanting crystals is the same group I made for Action House to sell the crystals. Right now I only have the Abyss crystal, the temporary crystals, but I can add all other crystals I need. But I'm going to leave only these two for now, just to keep this video short because it's already too long. So back to operations, mailing again, override, create new operations because this one is different from the DOS one, and in this case it's going to be mail crystals. Okay. Would you like to, yes, do everything automatic. Target players, my Demon Hunter. Just send this to whoever you want. Now in this case I do want to keep a few more crystals. I want to keep at least 5 crystals in this character and send all the rest to the other one. So yeah. And we're done. Open. you can, if I deselect everything, I can choose whatever I want to send. I can send only the dust, or I can send only the crystals, or everything. Because I already sent the dust, it will not send it again even if it's selected. I'm going to click select all groups and then mail selected groups. It only sent the crystals. It didn't touch the dust. And it's not sending the other crystals because I have not added the other crystals to the ruling. And that's it. I think that covers everything for this add-on. Yeah, that's all. You can do more with this add-on, but those are a little bit more complicated stuff that I would recommend just learn the basics, which is this. These are all the basics, and it's very much all you really want. Only you want to get fancy, then you go into the website and you learn the tiny details. But this covers everything. This covers crafting. You can craft. The add-on tells you which one of your arts has the materials. It will tell you if you have to get them from your bank, from the mail bag, for the mail, from your bags. It will send the materials automatically to the character, which is whatever character is crafting something. It will retrieve from the email and even will buy materials from you. Let's do a test. Even will buy materials for you. The add-on will. You don't have to do manual scan if you want to find something. Electrify. Let's say I'm gonna make electrify ether. I'm gonna make 5, but I don't have the materials, or do I? Let's find out. So I open the profession tab, and I have my queue right here. I'm going to start gathering. I'm going to gather for my demon hunter, the engineering stuff. Start gathering. I can close now the other windows, and it's telling me volatile air, buy from Action House. Okay, let's do that. And I'm gonna keep this one in the sides. And when I open the Action House, see, the button changed to buy items. I click it. It's not gonna buy them, but it's gonna find them for me. Hey, I did not have to do manual search. The add-on does the search for me. So some people are selling volatile air really expensive. I'm not gonna buy it because I can click again and just buy them. Way out. But I'm not going to because kind of expensive. So that's it. That covers everything in the add-on. I think that should be the smallest video to cover every single thing of this add-on, except for fancy stuff. But that's the basics, and that's what I want to know, and that's what everybody should know, because the add-on can do more than just Action House. It can do crafting, and after you select your groups, make sure to add everything you want to sell. Let's say I want to sell my Daedric Stone. No, you cannot sell those. These are crystals. Okay, it tells you which groups this one is. It's telling me group, professions, jewel crafting, materials. Okay, let's do that. Let's go there. Groups, professions, jewel crafting, materials. Hey, look at that. There are my stones. My crystals. I can make subgroups the way I made with the materials for enchanting. Let's say I want to divide these materials into crystals, into shards, into whatever. And that's it. That covers everything. Thanks for watching.